Hello, Design. IR Smart, and Star Wars Celebration just wrapped up. I know I'm a bit late. I know I probably could have made this video on Sunday, but I wanted to make that Indiana Jones video. Okay, I wanted to make that. I had it ready. I just uploaded it. All right, I know I'm a bit late, but I don't care. Okay, so a lot of stuff happened at Celebration this year. I didn't get to go. I mean, because it was in Europe and because that's like expensive and stuff. And I had other stuff I had going on. Okay, I would go if I had the opportunity, but I didn't. So hopefully one year I'll get to go. But anyway, Star Wars Celebration is cool. I like watching it. You can watch the live stream, but they have all this, other stuff that you can't really get to see unless you're there. And they do a news report on it, though. And the big news is the 3 new Star Wars movies we're getting. Now, sure, there was other news. The Ahsoka series got a trailer. We got the new Indiana Jones trailer. I'm personally very excited for that. But anyway, there's a lot of big announcements. A lot of, actors showing up saying, hey, how's it going? So that was cool. And they also promoted Jedi Survivor Time. But anyway, the movies. That's what I'm here to talk about. I don't really have a script for this video, but I just want to talk about these movies, okay? So I made a community post just kind of like on the day it happened, just be like, oh guys, here's what's going on, just in case anyone didn't know. But I decided in the end I'm going to make a video about it, because there's one I mainly want to talk about, which you probably figured. It's the Rey movie. That's what the title is for this one. So, I mean, first, they announced 3 movies. First one is about the birth of the Jedi. That sounds cool. Second one is whatever Dave Filoni's doing with his Mando universe. They're going to do an Endgame, I think. Anyway, but the big one is that we're going to have a movie set 15 years after The Rise of Skywalker, featuring Daisy Ridley returning as Rey, which is cool. I mean, that sounds cool to me. Now, obviously, IR Smart. I'm a big, Rey fan. I think it's pretty obvious, right? And, as someone who was a Daisy Ridley simp for many years, I'm not anymore. I stopped doing that beginning of this year. But as so, I have a pretty good authority on talking about Daisy Ridley and Star Wars and stuff. So, I don't know. I'm personally quite excited about this news. It sounds really cool to me. So yeah, they announced this, and I think it sounds cool. Rey's going to be rebuilding the Jedi Order. I'm like, sure, that'll come out in a few years. They announced, like, the director and the writers. I don't really know either of them that well, but, like, where did it say? I'm trying to remember. I had it open. Okay, so, Charmin Obaid, I don't know how to say her name, I'm sorry. But she's the director, so she's going to be directing. She apparently won an Academy Award for something, or she was nominated for something. So that's good, I think. And she apparently did like directing for like an episode or 2 of Miss Marvel. I didn't really like that show, but I did like the way it looked. Like visually, it was a very stunning show with a lot of great effects and just cinematic stuff. It's just the show was super boring and I didn't like it in terms of story. So she seems like a pretty good director from just the one thing I've seen that she's done. So that seems good to me. Then the other thing is that the script is being made by Stephen Knight, who is a guy who worked on Peaky Blinders. Haven't seen that show, but I heard it's good, so that sounds good to me. Apparently some other dudes were doing it before, but then they left the project and were replaced by this new guy, and that was already announced beforehand that they were working on a Star Wars project. But, so that's interesting. I'm hoping that's a good thing, that, they're like, dang, this script sucks, get out of here, and I hope it's not the other way around, where the new guy is going to make a terrible script, but whatever. So I'm saying, this project sounds pretty good. They got Daisy Ridley, who's a great actress, coming back. We have a pretty good director and a pretty good writer. All in all, this has a good mix to be a good movie. It's taking place way after the sequel trilogy. It's about rebuilding the Jedi Order. There's a lot of potential, They're not going to be really constrained into doing anything. It's not going to be like the Kenobi series, where they have to, Obi-Wan has to be on Tatooine. Vader can't go to Tatooine, so they have to, there aren't really any limitations. They can kind of just do whatever with the series, which seems pretty great. However, because of course, Star Wars fans are Star Wars fans, the reactions to this online have been pretty negative from what I've seen. No, don't get me wrong, there is positivity, which is great to see. I've seen quite a few videos being like, yes, I'm so excited to see Rey come back. And I'm like, yeah, I'm right there with you guys. But there's so much negativity, of course. Because of course, clickbait on YouTube is going to be like, Rey is back! Somehow Rey returned, somehow Rey is back. The worst character in Star Wars is back! And she's going to ruin Star Wars again! It's like, ugh. So, like, on the one hand, I'm glad Daisy Ridley's back. But on the same thing, I don't want to have to suffer more video essays. I'm going to have to see so many more video essays just being like, why Rey is the worst character in Star Wars, and this new movie about Rey is the worst Star Wars movie ever, and it ruined Star Wars, and Star Wars sucks now because Disney ruined Star Wars with Rey. And it's like, guys, shut up! I don't care! I like Star Wars! Screw you! I'm getting really annoyed with Star Wars fans, if you can't tell. But, I don't know. I'm just excited for this movie. And I think it could be really good. I've seen some really dumb takes from people saying, like,
This is so stupid. It should be Luke Skywalker rebuilding the Jedi Order, not Rey. Luke Skywalker is cool, but Rey is stupid.
It's like, huh? What? We already had a story about, Luke rebuilding the Jedi Order. It was in The Last Jedi, and it was told that he was rebuilding the Jedi Order and was pretty successful up until Kylo Ren started to turn to the dark side, and then this left Luke conflicted because, he's like, oh god, my own relative is turning to the dark side. That could turn very badly very quickly. Maybe I can stop that and save the galaxy. And he made that bad. So I have an entire video just talking about how great this part is in The Last Jedi, which people don't seem to understand because they're too busy like, they ruined Luke's character. He shouldn't be like that. That's dumb. Sorry, I'm being a bit mean, but this stuff really upsets me, okay? So anyway, my point is that we already had this story about how Luke, tried to rebuild the Jedi Order and it didn't go very well. And so now I'm thinking that that's how this is going to be. Rey is going to start to rebuild the Jedi Order. And people are saying like, oh, how is Rey, going to be successful, but Luke wasn't? It's like, well, we don't know. There's obviously going to be a conflict in this movie. I think that conflict is Rey's going to have trouble rebuilding the Jedi Order. Hopefully, what happens is that, Rey receives mentorship from Force Ghost Luke, and in the end, it all works out. That's probably how this movie's going to go. Who's the villain going to be? I don't know. Darkseid, maybe. I'm really hoping they don't try and spin off a whole nother trilogy, because I think that'd be stupid. Like, just have this one last movie to close off this era, and I think that'll be cool. I don't think we need a whole nother era of Star Wars starting, but that's probably what they're going to do. So I don't know, but it seems like it could be cool, right? That's my main point, is that I don't see why everyone's being so negative towards this. It's like, guys, it just got announced. Everyone's acting like this is going to be the worst. We don't even know anything detail-wise about this besides Rey is going to be rebuilding the Jedi Order. But just because it's Rey, like, I swear, it could be the exact same movie, the exact same writers, the exact same script, but they'd be like, it's a movie about a character named Darth Revan, and he's rebuilding the Jedi Order. And people would be like, oh my gosh, Darth Revan! Such a cool character! I love Darth Revan! Yay! It would be the exact same movie, but if it just had this one character in it, people would be losing it and so excited. But because it's Rey, oh, it sucks now, it sucks, it's awful, it's Rey, ew! Star Wars fans are ridiculous. So, what I'm saying is, guys, just be reasonable. This movie might be really good. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I just want to talk about this. Again, no script. Just straight IR smart opinions right in your face. So again, just be reasonable. Be a reasonable person. That's literally all I ask. Guys, like, sure, they're going to be like, oh, where's my Old Republic movie? When's that coming? Well, we actually are getting that. We're getting a movie about the birth of the Jedi Order. Now, that's not really Old Republic. But they did show, like, a whole timeline, and the Old Republic was on there. Like, it specifically said the Old Republic. So it means in the future they might be doing that. So all of you guys who keep complaining about Darth Revan and Old Republic and whatever all that stuff is that I don't care about, sure, maybe you'll get it pretty soon. That's cool. I'll be happy just to get my Rey movie. Also, for all the other movies they announced years and years ago and they kept canceling, those have been pretty much confirmed that they're all dead. The Taika Waititi, the Rogue Squadron movie, all that stuff is dead, which sucks. It might come to fruition later, but probably not. And the thing is, I think, like, also the Rian Johnson trilogy, they said, like, yeah, that's not in active development anymore. We'd love to work with him again if he can have his schedule open, but it's probably not going to happen, so whatever, that's okay. I think it would have been cool, but I also think it would have been weird and no one would have liked it besides me and a few other people. So, I don't know. But yeah, Star Wars Celebration, there's a ton of other cool stuff I could talk about, but this, I feel like I had to talk about, because I'm just seeing so many videos. Like, you look up Rey right now on YouTube, all you see is, she's back? Rey is back? Ah, I'm so mad. Grr, this is awful. Disney's ruining. Stupid feminist Disney garbage, blah. It's like, I really hate Star Wars fans sometimes. It's just like, guys, can't we just be happy that we're getting anything Star Wars related? Honestly, if this stuff doesn't go over very well, like, Disney might have to drop Star Wars altogether. And then we'd have no Star Wars content. Wouldn't that be fun, And it genuinely seems like there's some Star Wars fans who just become so cynical to the point where they're like, yeah, I want no Star Wars content. No more Star Wars content. Nothing at all. And I'm like, huh? And then I get called a shill and a consumer because I like Star Wars and I want more Star Wars things to come out because I enjoy it and it makes me happy. No, I'm wrong. You're wrong for being fun and having happy. You should be mean and cynical like me. Anyway, what else do I have to say? This is the end of the video. Bye.